The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight we march to the finish of Week 12 with a strong Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Washington Commanders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll start with the option. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. Big yardage that time for Washington. 58 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this curve. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there, because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 14. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders 7.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. When you look at this defense, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it, because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60. Ready.
Rivers. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. To the air again here, Rivers. And that's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run up the middle with Foster. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Now this throw caught left side. He'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Ready.
They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
On play action, they'll throw. Open man, here's Foster. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they go to work on a first and goal.
Come on, come on. Hey.
They'll run with Gibson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and 6. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it.
Trap 60, trap 60. Street, street. 79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Give them a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Let's go now.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Rivers now from the 50. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ready.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And taken right at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to... And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Browns. Elijah Moore, 57 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Commanders.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This now a 3rd and 4. Throwing Rivers. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They go play action. Rivers sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Off the play fake here. Rivers. And he'll get this one to Cooper complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 10 more there and another first down. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
From the red zone now, Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Panther Street! Panther Street! Go!
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 26-yard line.
Let's go now.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Hurt. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Street. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Browns 14.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25.
Go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Rivers. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll throw again. Rivers. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They go up the middle with Chubb. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
2nd down, Rivers. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Rivers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Going up the middle, Foster. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hodges. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. Give him 18 on the play.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 14 yards. And the Commanders have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Rivers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's...
Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Rivers to throw it. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Browns first down.
Dragon 60.
On 1st and 10, Rivers looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Rivers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now 2nd and 9.
Ready.
They pitch out to Foster. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Cup 19, Cup 19. Mustang 19, 19 Lion. Ready, ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards that time. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are right back in this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Rivers now. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Open man, here's Foster. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Here's Gibson on the read option to about the 26 here. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Rivers. Right back to Njoku. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Rivers on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. Throwing, Rivers. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Now 1st and goal. To throw, Rivers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some